Guilty. The judge has told Hugo Last to expect a custodial sentence. Kate Ponding is at High Court. Kate, did Mr. Last make any comment when he arrived?
No, he was resolutely silent, fueling rumours he had sold his story to a tabloid newspaper.
It would be easy to say that this all began with the assassination, but in fact it was the discovery by Marcus Peabody that led us to court today.
Mr. Peabody's advocacy of the now famous 1573 Declaration led directly not only to the return of capital punishment, but also the remarkable event that came to be known as X Day.
Oh, lifestyle catalogue, 25% off. Nice.
Good luck for today, by the way.
You didn't get the job. I could give you feedback, but it boils down to the fact that the board thought that Linda Ross had fresher ideas.
Yeah. Nothing to do with the fact that she's married to the chairman's son, then?
Oh, the decision was made purely on merit.
Yeah. They've never liked me at the centre.
You're too old school. Linda Ross, she's plugged in. She has influential followers on Twitter.
This is the best-run prison in the company.
It runs itself. It's a stepping stone. You need to get ahead of the competition. And I need to go.
No one is sure how the gunman got close enough to fire 4 shots. This is as close as we could get, but the police now have the entire area locked down.
Any word on the man the police have in custody?
Nothing more than the confirmation they're holding a 19-year-old male.
Thank you, Kate. With the general election only 4 weeks away, today's events are potentially disastrous for a government that came into power on a law and order manifesto. With me now is Downing Street spokesman Angus Angus.
Hello? Yes, I know, the whole city's cordoned off. I can't. Well, you listen. Doesn't matter how many famous heads he's done. Doesn't matter how long it took you to get the booking. It's a crime scene. There's nothing I can do about it. Andrea, I have work to do.
So in the spare room, again. Why can't wives be like fish? Suspect the sex is similar.
Marcus Peabody is the MP and historian who discovered the Declaration of 1573, under which a crime committed like the one today would lead to a summary execution. The Declaration is also the cornerstone of Mr. Peabody's campaign to bring back capital punishment. It's also sidelined him to the political fringe. However, all that might be about to change. Some wonder if hanging is an old idea. His time has finally come. Mr. Peabody, your critics say that today's tragic event has provided your campaign with the perfect platform.
I would take issue with that sentiment.
Mr. Peabody, the 1573 law was never repealed.
Why won't you admit it? Mr. Peabody has made a very valid point. All the attempts of the government to cut down crime have failed. Why not use this opportunity to send out a clear message?
No civilized country in the 21st century would
Come
even dare to...
on, you've seen the polls. The country's very clear about what it wants. Why won't you listen to this country?
We do listen to what the people are telling us, but what I'm trying to...
Will you hang him?
Look, Let me make it very clear that we are sensitive to the mood of the nation.
Well, will you hang him?
It's not as simple as that.
It's very simple. It's very simple indeed. Will you bring back capital punishment? Yes or no?
This is Howard Simon at the bank.
The British people are tired of this lawlessness. They're sick of being afraid. What the British people want is retribution.
I hope that's not the last of my Pinot.
You're late.
I'm shattered. Now, what do you think?
Did you heard her?
Duh.
Primark.
Well, if you spell Primark CHOO, pour me a glass.
What did the bank manager ring about?
Well, I missed a credit card payment.
Should I ring him?
We agreed I'd do the finances. How did today go?
Okay.
Good. I think a spot of sexual intercourse might be in order.
So Tuesday.
You've got 5 minutes.
You're supposed to be one of us.
One of us? I was one of us when you was just a twinkle in your father's eye.
This is going to end badly for you, Marcus. That's not a promise, by the way, it's a threat.
I'm surprised at you, Angus. Why don't you just reach out and take the nation's pulse? If you want me to shut up, hang him.
If the opposition announce their pro-execution, you'll be chasing the game all the way to election day. And you'll lose.
There's no way I can sell this to the PM.
The PM needs something that's popular and cheap as chips. No one has to get their hands dirty. We've got American companies running the prisons. Give it to one of them. The Yanks know a thing or two about executions. They've got them stacked up over there.
Okay, let's say I'm prepared to blue sky it.
Send a message. Show you're listening.
We're listening. That's good.
I'm dead.
Thought you'd be like the cat who got the cream after last night. I'm test driving a new car today.
Oh, for God's sake.
That wreck is 4 years old. I still have an image to project.
Well, let them pay you more.
We can afford it now.
Didn't get the promotion.
You took advantage of me. You useless. Oh, God, I can't eat.
It's only you that wants the promotion. I don't want any of it. I'm just a hamster in a wheel.
You do this on purpose. Well, I'm not playing anymore.
Your wife, it sounds urgent.
Hello? What's going on?
I thought I was done with money. I'd appreciate a few answers.
I borrowed money to get on top of things, but things just kept on getting worse. I thought if I didn't own the letters and you got the promotion, we'd be all right. But you couldn't even do that.
Well, at least it's out in the open. We can get back on track.
What? You think that's it? Here, try these and these. And how about a few of these?
What do we in your bag?
Oh, the shredder was full. What do you think?
My God, what have you done?
I'm ready.
What are you doing?
I did my best.
Andrea, I demand an explanation.
I demand a divorce.
Wait!
Don't touch me!
But...
Hard luck, mate. Get us his keys.
Well, the rule of order is disintegrating, and the Home Secretary, who promised he'd be tough on crime, he's in panic because he knows what's going to happen. There's going to be a trial, then there'll be an appeal at a cost of hundreds of thousands of pounds to the taxpayer. Meanwhile, the assassin sat in his cell, being well-fed, watching the TV with a 24-hour guard. And they call that punishment?
A new poll shows 78% of the population support the call for an execution. The Shadow Home Secretary said today this is the clearest indication yet. The nation is frustrated over the government's failure to crack down on crime.
The focus groups came back at 94%. It's radical, but we can't lose.
You still need to have the civil liberties people off at the pass.
They live in a democracy. The people have spoken.
Still need some distance.
Or privatise it. No, I'm being serious. Then we get the kudos for hanging the bastard, and it won't cost the taxpayer a penny. What's the name of that American company that runs the prisons?
Hard Time Corporation.
Right tonight. Does your mother know you're out?
Mineral water, lime and ice, please.
Look, if you've come to change my mind, you're wasting your time and mine.
Quite the contrary. You're going to get your wish.
What? You're going to hang him?
Not so loud.
You're going to hang him? What did he want?
I don't know, something about... Perhaps a statement about vision and courage. Something about the succession of the leadership being in safe hands. And then walk away.
In my finest hour, eh?
Come on. Everyone knows what you did. Get out early. Sell your memoirs. Deal or no deal?
You've had to swallow it, haven't you? You've lost one and you hate it.
But don't milk this or I will personally dig your grave.
I don't know if anyone's ever said this to you before, but you're not very frightening.
Well?
Past your bedtime. Go on. School in the morning.
Andrea, can I have a clean shirt? Hello?
It's Mike. I'll be in to see you at 10.
What's going on? Hello? Hello? Oh, not today. But you see, I actually used the money to get myself in the clear. But the payments would actually go down. I could easily afford it. Okay, I see. Well, thanks. Now you know how I feel.
Your shirt's ready, Mr. Last. Nice and crisp.
You know they're talking about bringing back hanging.
For what's his name?
Yes, the Home Office is going to announce it tonight.
No.
Yes, and they want hard time to facilitate things. I thought you might want the job.
Do you want me to hang him?
Facilitate.
Well, that's very kind of you, but I don't really think it's my area.
Be a feather in your cap next time promotion comes along.
Yeah, we just don't have the facilities. I mean, what do you expect me to do? String him up from the nearest lamppost?
Linda Ross would snatch my hand off. I have to go. I'm facilitating a conference call from the Carre at 4. Call me by then. I expect to hear your passion for the execution.
Facilitating. See what I'm up against?
I think Mr. Smith knew how you would react. Later on, he could always say he gave you the chance.
No mention of extra money. Notice that.
You stood by your principles. That's the important thing.
Remember when newspapers used to be about news?
Now it's all reality TV and celebs. I remember the fuss in the 60s when they showed childbirth on TV. Now, they've got crime, plastic surgery, sex, autopsies. This would be the answer to all your problems.
What are you talking about?
All my life, I've been looking for the big score. The chance to make a fortune, legally. And here it is, right in your lap. 1, you take this job. 2, you set up a company offshore. 3, you award your company the tender for the execution.
That sounds extremely dubious, if not entirely illegal.
Nothing illegal about it. I do have some expertise in this area.
Which is why you're in here.
I broke the law. This is totally different.
Go on. I'll bite.
Television. You sell the television rights.
To the execution?
TV companies would be in a frenzy.
Yeah, they wouldn't be the only ones. Get back to work, Morris.
The whole country is in uproar. How many people do you know would pay to watch a hanging? And 1 million people at £10 a head? 2 million? 4 million?
You mean like pay-per-view football?
Exactly.
You're insane.
An execution would be the biggest TV event in history.
And what about half-time?
You'd put him on a percentage.
Oh, yeah, they'd go for that, would they?
Mr. Smith put you in charge. As Hard Times representative, you'd liaise between the TV channels and the company responsible for the execution.
Which I own. Never get away with that.
Nobody would know. You set up a shell company. Loads of businessmen do it.
Yeah, and that's why they all live abroad. Tell me this is all hypothetical and you're not planning a crime in my office.
This is not a crime. This is an opportunity. What you need, Mr. Last, is boldness. Seize the moment. But if you prefer hypothetical...
I do.
Then hypothetically, this is a lottery win, a rollover. And, dare I say it, in your present financial situation...
Get out. Go on, get out.
You know what your trouble is, Mr. Last? You're as institutionalised as the rest of them in here.
Including you.
Oh, but I can still see over the wire.
Mr. Simon, you go last. Yeah, fine, thank you. Yes, I was wondering if we could postpone the repossession. No, nothing new has occurred, but I see. Now I understand. Yes, thank you. Morris! In 11 days, the bank are going to take my home. I have to sell it to pay off the wife's debts. Never going to be able to afford another one. I'm about to lose my job. So, tell me again.
Smith.
Mike, Hugo. I've decided to take the job. But obviously I've no expertise in this area.
No one does.
So I've done a bit of research and I've found a contractor who'll take care of the basics.
That sounds very efficient. Who's the contractor?
Penal Solutions. They've done a lot of work in Africa and their terms are reasonable and, well, hard time and make money.
Good man.
Don't let me down.
I can't go into business with you.
I'm just a consultant.
What do you want?
A small consideration.
And how do I know you won't run away?
I'm due for release. June 21st. I walk out of here, go straight to the airport and never look back. I just need £42 to register the company.
How sad is that? Can't even afford 42 quid.
You'll get it back. Promise.
The assassin Tony Walters has been transferred to the prison where the execution is to take place. Kate Ponding is there now. Kate.
Tony Walters arrived an hour ago with an armed escort. There's been no official word yet, but we understand he's to be segregated from the other prisoners.
Mr. Last, to his office, please. Mr. Last. Mr. Last, to his office, please. Mr. Last.
What is this?
What? It's a contract with Penal Solutions.
Have you read it?
Of course.
Have you read it?
I skimmed it. It all seems in order.
You've signed away all media rights, intellectual property, all rights to market the execution. Do you have any idea what the implications are? The chairman's gone ballistic.
Look, you told me to organise it. I told you I was the wrong man, but you insisted. If you don't like the contract, cancel it.
And let Penal Solutions sue Hard Time for breach of contract. Get them on the phone.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to tell them you do not have the authority to sign this and that they must renegotiate through me.
I don't think they're available.
Who's the representative? You have met him, haven't you?
Well, yes.
Then you must have a telephone number.
Mr. Smith. Extra sweet.
Linda.
Sorry to drop in unannounced. I'm standing in for Mike.
Couldn't believe it when I heard. How is he?
He's in a coma. It appears he tried to take his own life.
Can't believe it. I mean, not Mike.
He took a massive dose of paracetamol and then got behind the wheel of that car. Who knows what his mental state was? This deal with Penal Solutions. I need to meet with their representative. Galaxy TV have made an interesting offer. But as you know, Penal Solutions control the rights.
Suppose you're unhappy about it?
On the contrary, I think it's a fantastic idea. You are naive to sign the contract without advice. But what's done is done.
What about the chairman?
He'll come around to the idea once I've outlined the benefits. We'll have a huge advantage when it comes to tendering for the contracts. And if capital punishment makes a comeback, we'll be brand leaders. Galaxy TV want to hold a reception tomorrow night, so with them and Penal Solutions in the room, who knows what may happen.
Might be a blessing in disguise. Put me out of my misery.
I could do it.
You're a prisoner. Did find out.
Not if we were careful. Linda Ross has never even met me.
And you're proposing a release on a temporary licence. On what grounds?
Compassionate. My brother is dying of cancer.
How do I know you're not going to run away?
Because I stand to make a load of money. Just get me out of here and leave the rest to me. I'm a con man. Trust me.
Right. So, do you want to sit? I found on free, but
Hugo, this is Floyd Bigman, Vice President of Galaxy TV.
Glad to know you. Here's to X-Day.
Right.
That's the new tagline that Floyd has come up with. I think it has a great ring to it.
It'll be the biggest pay-per-view event in history.
Yeah, the man does have to die, you know.
I know, but he is scum.
And he is responsible for what he did.
Heinous crime, mate.
So all we need now is the man from Penal Solutions. Have you had a word with him?
Yes, of course. He should be here.
Hello, Hugo.
My God.
You must be Linda Ross. So pleased to meet you.
Aren't you going to introduce us, Hugo?
Yes, of course. This is
Leo Gates.
Well, let me introduce you.
Floyd Bigman. No introduction necessary. I'm a great admirer of yours, sir.
Thank you. Good to meet you too, Leo.
Right. What does a man have to do around here to get a drink?
Oh, Hugo, would you mind? I'd like a refill. Floyd?
Oh, I could keep one down.
Of course. 4 glasses of champagne, please.
The service is very slow, Mr. Last.
Oh, you know me.
Oh, of course. All of this is about you.
Are you from Galaxy?
In a matter of speaking, I'm with public relations.
I see.
Your champagne, sir.
Thank you. Well, nice meeting you.
Listen, Hugo. I know 2 other players are interested, but we'll do this better than everyone else. If you were to swing things our way, we'll be happy to show our appreciation.
What, you mean a bribe?
That's the word. No shame in getting an edge in business. I'm sure the wheels get oiled even in your line of work.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. What do you have in mind?
50,000, sign of good faith, and another 250 when we sign the deal. All under the table. No tax people involved. They're busy enough.
Quite. Well, okay.
Great. I'll have a package couriered over tomorrow. Gotta go, mate. Need to siphon the python. The royalties. Now, how we normally do this.
Save yourself the trouble, Floyd. We were thinking 80-20.
That seems a little steep. Galaxy will have substantial below-the-line expenses. 50-50 sounds fairer.
I like you, Floyd. 70-30.
60-40.
65 to us.
Still a little high.
I can take this to Sky if it's a little steep for you. Just one more thing. Subscriber revenue. As the money comes in, you pay us.
No can do.
For every £1,000 Galaxy takes in, 650 goes straight into our account in the Caymans.
The 3 million advance is yours, but standard contract term allows for cancellation. That'd be the same whichever promoter you go with.
The money's as good as banked, and you know it. This is a deal breaker, Floyd.
The legal people won't pass it, but the second the trapdoor opens, the money's yours.
That's the way it has to be.
Let's make some money.
How are we doing?
I'm done. Can I give you a lift? My limo's outside.
That would be great. Pleasure to meet you, Leo.
The pleasure was all mine.
I'll be in touch.
Good night, Hugo.
It's all on Galaxy. Cheers.
What do you mean?
Well, that's their slogan. It's all on Galaxy. I let slip that I was late getting into town and I hadn't had time to book a hotel. Floyd couldn't do enough. So, it's all on Galaxy. The hotel, the drinks. Cheers.
This is corruption, Morris.
And taking a 300 grand bung isn't.
How do you know?
We're players now. You just pay off all your debts and you won't have a cur in the world.
We're going to go to jail for this.
No, we're not. As long as we keep our eye on the ball. Remember why we're doing this in the first place? And stop calling me Morris. Cheers. You think a woman like that would give you a second look? Now, when you're rich, you'll be able to take your pick.
How much do you think?
Well, let's see. You've got 300 grand coming from Floyd, the unofficial money. Then there's the official earnings, 3 million, plus a percentage of every subscription. Could go up to 10 million.
10 million. Never happened.
Well, you sit here and worry about it, because I'm off to bed.
Morris, Leo.
You're in the presidential suite. Try and keep the noise down.
Scotch and soda, please.
Mr. Last, we met earlier. Tatiana.
Of course. Can I buy you a drink?
Thanks. One more, please. So, was your business concluded to your satisfaction?
Well, we're getting there.
It must be so exciting to be in the center of the storm. But your job, there must be so much pressure.
Not quite with you.
Surrounded by killers, drug dealers, rapists.
Ah, and crooked accountants, yes. I suppose you're right, yeah.
You make fun of me.
Oh, no. It's just that, well, my job's just a job, you know. Where are you from?
Ukraine, darling. I got out, and here I have a wonderful career.
Good. Well, good health.
You're so funny. I'm going to call you Hoogie. This is my room. Oh, serendipitous.
Yes.
I have some beautiful wine from my country. Have you ever tasted Ukrainian wine?
I haven't tasted anything remotely Ukrainian. Would you like to come in? I'll order some champagne.
Divine. Concentrate, okay?
What would you say to those people who say this sudden turnaround has been made for populist reasons?
The people have spoken. This is democracy in its raw state. It's fresh, it's exciting, and it's fitting for the 21st century.
Last, Rennie from Galaxy. Sorry about this, it's all gone a bit crazy since we announced the deal.
What's going on?
Lots. Over there we're building a website, emails are pouring in, and I've got you a couple of people to manage your Facebook and Twitter traffic.
My what? Emails from who?
Concerned citizens, pro-life protesters, people who want to congratulate us, people who want to be the executioner, nutters who want to marry him, nutters who want to kill you. They're all out there. Now, you can have a lot of requests for interviews, so I've got you Claire.
We have Worlds at One, Jeremy Vine, Richard Bacon, Talksport and the Daily Politics Show all lined up.
Right. I want you all out of my office now. I have a prison to run.
Linda Ross is sending someone to manage a prison.
This is my prison. And I've got an execution to organise.
Really? We're covering everything.
Here's something. There's a farmer that couldn't make money selling to supermarkets, so he started to build gallows. Top quality, apparently. He's exporting them to countries where they still have capital punishment.
I like it. And we'll be buying British.
Oh, this is madness.
I know it seems that way, but my team has put together all kinds of events.
But not executions.
The type of entertainment doesn't matter. The structure is essentially the same.
Will's at One on the phone.
If they ask about the executioner, the line is we're going to invite a suitable candidate.
Where's my fish tank?
Get in! Webcam's up and running in record time.
Webcam?
In the killer's cell. We're going to get 1 million hits a day. Make sure your shares in Galaxy or Penal Solutions for that matter. By the way, this came for you.
Thought I had some paracetamols.
We do. We did. That bottle was full last week. Thought we had enough to kill an elephant.
Synchronise, people.
Can I have a word?
Hugo, I hear there's some disquiet in the prison.
Yep. The gallows area is encroaching on the prison's exercise yard. They're planning lawsuits.
The nerve of those people. Renee, can you give us a heads up?
We're going to have the biggest 4-quadrant event of the year. The Killer Cam is already set at 2 million hits a day, and we've got major brands fighting to feature on the webpage. The gallows is under construction, the ad campaign is finalised, and we're in sponsorship talks with a soft drinks company and a clothing manufacturer. Oh, also we have a toy company on board.
Ooh, toy company?
They plan an X-Day set for Christmas. It's a game of skill. You get the length of the rope wrong and your head comes off.
If capital punishment makes a comeback, we'll develop the concept with famous historical murderers.
Is this a job?
We'll be negotiating premium rates for sponsorship of the gallows and of the outfit worn by the hangee.
Hangee?
It's a term we've come up with for contractual reasons.
I'm not sure about that word, gallows. Could you not come up with anything a little more 21st century?
Shouldn't we be looking for someone to do the actual hanging?
We'll be holding open auditions. Now, merchandising.
There's a very nice red wine now.
Still on Galaxy. What about Mike Smith?
Probably depressed.
Well, he is now. You dosed him. Paracetamol.
So what?
So what? He might die, that's so what.
Well, it was either him or you. What would you want me to do?
But not that. Oh, this is a nightmare.
Yeah. Getting rich is a bitch. Have you checked the bank account in the Cayman Islands?
No.
You should.
That's my account. How did you get into that?
I was there when you created the password, remember? There. See, it's just a trickle now, but it's going to become a flood. And we've got a piece of the text message charges. About 12 million, I reckon. What's one sick area manager against that?
Yes!
Ooh.
Hello?
What do you want?
I came to collect a dress.
Well, they took everything.
I hid my Jean-Paul Gaultier in the loft.
The loft's upstairs.
How have you been?
Good. I've been good.
I hear they took everything.
Everything.
Do you mind?
I have company.
Well, you didn't waste much time, did you?
Trying to keep up with you. Nice to see you again.
My pleasure.
I ordered champagne.
Divine.
Do I owe you an apology from the other night?
No. Why?
Well, you know.
We are both consenting adults. Very consenting. Did it excite you?
Very. Your health.
Well.
How did you end up over here?
At home, I was computer programmer. I built databases. It's very boring. Here, I have a style of life that suits me.
Oh. But in public relations?
I help people with their image. If you're going to be rich and famous, you need help with your image.
Well, I think rich and famous is a slight exaggeration. I'm just a civil servant.
Hoogie. The execution is trending, and so are you.
Oh, that sounds very modern.
You told me everything.
I did.
You had no secrets from me that night. May I ask you something?
Right, of course, yeah.
Are you afraid of life?
I wouldn't say afraid. It's just I've, been married a long time. Same job.
Do you fear new experiences? Because I do not. A world of stimulation and excitement awaits you, and I could be part of it.
Wow.
I could make you look good. Who wants to be old before their time? I could make you feel younger.
You already do.
Then say yes.
It's an exquisite piece.
Nice.
Hello?
Mr. Last, this is Kate Ponding from the Nighttime programme. I'm going to see if you can spare a few minutes for an interview.
Oh, I'm sure I'll be far too boring.
Oh, I think you'd make a fascinating subject.
Yes, well, I have a lot on at the moment.
I'd only need an hour or so. It would do wonders for your profile.
I'll get back to you. Thank you. Bye. But all my debt's off. Oh, it's like the weight of the world being lifted off my shoulders. Bank even sent me a new credit card. No limit.
The words sunshine and umbrella spring to mind.
Mm.
We've set a date for the execution. 2 weeks on Saturday. The whole country will be watching on the television, the rest of the world on the internet.
It's really happening then.
This is just the beginning.
Oh. Kate Ponding rang me for an interview?
Oh. Becoming high profile. Well, you want to be very careful with little Miss... what's her name?
I'm a free agent, you know.
Who earns 49 grand a year, has just paid off £100,000 worth of debt, and is running round in an expensive car. People will notice.
Does it look as though I'm bothered?
Andrea's solicitor will be very interested, and the taxman will be right behind him. Just look at this.
Oh. 4 million followers. Unbelievable.
Don't knock it. The minute he drops, he'll make you rich.
Still can't believe it.
What could possibly go wrong?
Oh. Hello, Linda. Oh, well, that is good news. Yeah, thanks. Well, they say Mike Smith's showing signs of improvement. So he could recover.
The Member of Parliament said they were very sorry and it wouldn't happen again. And finally, to round up this week's What to Watch on the Box are the auditions for X Day. Yes, the search continues for a hangman to pull the lever live on television. The open auditions are going to be open soon, so get down to your nearest location to be in with a chance of dispensing justice. Now here's a song to lead us to the local news in your area.
You represent who?
Tony Walters.
The Tony Walters we're going to execute.
Why would he need representation?
Because the only person not making any money from his death is him.
You can't take it with you.
But he can leave something for his family.
Gee, but we don't have a contract with him. Do we?
Well, you better get one, or there'll be no hanging.
Listen, he's getting executed.
The sentence is legal. What makes you think it can be stopped?
Tony will be too sick to be executed.
Too sick? But what difference does that make? He's going to die.
Well, think how that's going to look, dragging a sick man to the gallows.
Oh.
Then think of the chaos if the execution gets delayed for a couple of days.
No.
TV schedules will be changed.
How could he be too sick to die?
Sponsors will be unhappy.
We can't postpone, we're straight on to WrestleMundo.
Tony is just like any other celebrity.
No.
I want to get him a fair deal on image rights.
What image rights? This is bullshit.
This is Tony's image. Do you have permission to use it?
What does he want?
3 million.
Can't Galaxy just pay him off?
Does she have to be here?
Well, she's with me.
It's not down to Galaxy.
Oh, no.
Galaxy guaranteed us 3 million against future earnings, but this whole thing is owned by Penal Solutions.
Rennie told me 2.8 million people are paying £10 each. That's 28 million. Penal Solutions' cut is about 14 million.
But it's not our money until Tony drops. If the hanging gets cancelled or delayed, Galaxy can start to claw money back. When he drops, then you're on easy street. But for now, we'll have to take it on the chin.
Do you think?
Pay him.
Just want to know as a millionaire.
Don't worry, you will be again.
Hello?
Sad day. I suppose you've heard I've left my husband.
No, I haven't, no.
Yes. I found the lust of my life, I think. It's Floyd.
Floyd Bigman?
I've caused rather a lot of damage. My father-in-law is furious. That's why I'm meeting Leo this afternoon.
Meeting Leo, why?
I'm finished at hard time. I'd like a percentage of X Day.
The contract's already signed.
The contract's not worth the paper it's written on. I have all of Mike's papers. Before the crash, he drafted a letter to the chairman. He was about to suspend you for signing the contract without consultation. Hard time can challenge it, but there's really nothing you or Leo can do about it. So I can show the letter to the chairman, or you can make me a partner.
A few moments.
Do you mind? I've just buried a friend.
Why did you choose Penal Solutions?
Do you mind?
Could you tell us who recommended Penal Solutions to you? Penal Solutions did not exist until the execution was announced. There was no trace of them. So how did you find them? You can set the record straight.
Hello, Hugo. I was just telling Leo about my dilemma.
And what does he think?
Well, you know me. Anything for a quiet life.
Do we have an agreement?
Well, let me just crunch the numbers a bit. More wine?
Do you have any coffee?
I'll get you some. How do you like it?
Extra sweet.
Perfect.
Where are you going?
There's a coffee shop across the road. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Sorry about the wait.
Hugo?
Oh, sorry,
I'll bring you another.
It doesn't matter. I have to go now anyway. Give me a call tonight, or you know where I'll be in the morning.
What are you doing? I don't suppose there was a bottle of paracetamol in that coffee, was there?
It was a vanilla latte. What do you think I am?
Tell us about yourself. What's the dream?
I worked for a loan shark. Started off breaking thumbs, worked my way up to arms and legs. Always wanted to take it to the next level, you know?
When I was 12, I pulled my first tooth.
He's a man. He gets what he deserves.
I applied to be an executioner in the 60s.
Can he be naked when I hang him?
Be abolished hanging before I got me chance.
I may have a few skeletons in my cupboard.
Knots. I can tie knots. Really tight.
I've hung myself. Naked. Obviously, I knew when to stop.
Go with me. You won't regret it.
I've waited my whole life for this. I can be a contender.
I have a diamond-studded ball gag.
No hood. That's my only condition. I want to see his face.
A bunch of nutters. Absolutely.
My name is Arthur Hinchcliffe. I was the last British executioner.
How old is he?
A youthful 88.
88? Are you insane?
Well, our first thought was to hire him as a pundit. You know, talk about ropes and knots. And then we had a better idea. Why not let him do the job?
Because he might be doolally.
Look at the positives. There are more old people than ever before, most afraid of modern society.
Arthur will have a strong fan base.
Think of the Grey Pound.
The Wrinklers fight back.
He's our man.
Oh.
Good morning and welcome to the Bruce Springer Show. I am your host, Bruce Springer. As we all know, Tony Walters is due to be executed. Now, our first guest today claims to be having his child. Please welcome to the show, Chantal.
You slag!
You what? That's right.
Good mind to have your temporary licence revoked.
Wouldn't work. You'd have to explain the money.
You expect me to believe that Linda's death was an accident?
You really believe I can do anything?
I am still in charge here.
If you insist, Hugo.
And when we're alone, it's Mr. Last Leo.
Kate Ponding's here.
You imagine she knows something?
Mr. Gates? Mr. Last?
Kate, how lovely to see you. Would you like a drink?
Tea, please, no sugar.
Hugo, will you do the honours?
Why won't you let me record the interview?
Just part of my general paranoia.
Okay. Tony Walters' Twitter feed has 4 million followers. Has popularity surprised you?
Tony is a phenomenon. 10 minutes after he's dead, he'll be forgotten.
There's that flippancy again. Isn't hanging a cruel way to implement justice?
I can live with it. And I think you'll find most of the British public can too. Oh, come on, Kate. Get real.
All right. How do you explain the non-existence of penal solutions prior to the announcement of the execution? I searched. There was no trace. Anywhere.
And your theory is?
Knowing this government, I can't be sure, but something's going on. And I intend to find out what it is.
I can assure you we have been in existence for some time.
Prove it.
My work makes me a target. I picked up this little thing in Africa the last time my face was in the papers. I have a wife. I have a family. I would like to live to a grand old age and die in my bed. If you are a government requiring the services of penal solutions, you don't need to Google us. We'll find you. See, I had inside information. I called Hugo.
Who was your man on the inside?
I like you, Kate. Which is why I'm going to make you an exclusive offer, providing you don't air until after the execution.
No deal.
I'll name names.
You can't dictate to the media.
I'm getting 100 calls a day and they all want what I'm offering you.
Okay. Well, the day after the execution, I'm going on air.
On here, you'll find 10 years of financial records for penal solutions. The governments that have used us, the amounts of money we've been paid, and the people we've executed.
Thank you, Leo. It was lovely meeting you.
And you, Kate. And good luck.
Mr. Gates, could you go process this, please?
I didn't know he had a wife and family.
I don't.
You knew what she was here for?
I didn't know anything. But there's no substitute for preparation. I had a database faked. Should get us over the line.
The credit card he used to set up an offshore company. All his money worries disappeared.
He didn't strike me as that clever.
Maybe he had help.
Can you hack into his voicemail?
Do we still do that sort of thing?
Maybe not. See what you can do with this. The elusive Mr. Gates.
Hurry up, darling, I'm starving.
I'm coming. You're so patient.
Andrea.
I was hoping I'd catch you in. Hello. I'm Hugo's wife.
Excuse me.
You're punching above your weight there.
She's my public relations consultant.
Oh, I bet she is.
What do you want?
How come you seem to have so much money?
They're using my prison. I'm being paid to be a consultant.
I want us to try again. You always were stupid. She'll make a fool of you. I'm taking you for every penny.
Save our Tony! 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 Save our...
Get out of the way! We're trying to take a killer off the streets!
Save our Tony! Save our Tony!
Once again, I'm Graham Norton.
Where's Leo? Why can't I get him on the phone?
It's not around here right now.
I don't know. I'm not consulted about anything. You take over my office, you put cameras in the cells.
We're only trying to make the show a success.
It is not a show. I've been given some responsibility. Every time I turn round, a new rug's been pulled from under my feet. I mean, we don't even speak the same language. I mean, what the hell is a 4-quadrant event anyway?
It's a marketing term. It means it appeals to old, young, male, female.
Oh my God.
So, what about Graham Norton?
You judge the length of the rope according to his weight and his height. Whether he's stocky or whether he's slim. You get it right, and it's over in seconds. You get it wrong, and his head comes off.
she has a credit card slip that proves you set up Penal Solutions.
That's all I need. What does she want?
I don't know. I'm meeting her in an hour.
Well, what are you going to do?
Ask her to be reasonable.
She's a journalist. She wants a story.
Then we'll take care of her.
What does that mean?
It means she won't bother us again.
Oh, no. No, no.
You could lose everything.
But I don't care. I'm not going there.
I can help you. I've shown my commitment.
I am not a killer.
I'm joking.
What?
I get bored stuck in here.
So, there was no credit card slip?
Nah.
And you weren't going to?
Of course not. What do you take me for?
I'll be going there for a minute.
Everything's gonna be just fine.
So what are you going to tell us your big story?
Soon.
Kate.
I'm meeting a source.
I'll walk you to your car.
I'm not changing my mind.
I'm getting off.
Did you read about Linda? Poor cow.
Hello?
It's you go last.
Mr. Last, what can I do for you?
Are you going out tonight?
What do you mean?
Are you going to meet someone we both know?
Yes, and I'm running late, so...
Well, don't go. Do not go.
Why?
I can't tell you.
Then I have to go.
No. No, look, I can't guarantee your safety. Where are you going to meet him? Morris? Morris? She's not coming.
What are you doing here?
I couldn't save Linda or Mike, but I've stopped you this time.
She could put you in jail.
Well, I'll take my chance, won't I?
I've never kept anything from you. And out of thin air, I've made you rich. So what if I did what had to be done? Don't forget the meeting tomorrow.
How many subscribers have we got up to now?
4.1 million as of last night. It's a little delayed, but successful.
Well, I read 7 million. That's £10 is 7 million. That's... Well, someone's making a hell of a lot of money.
Yeah, they're looking bookers who want penal solution.
Have we got a consensus on his hood yet? I mean, is he going to wear one or not?
Definitely, it would be gross.
It's no different to watching someone eat kangaroo bollocks on I'm a Celebrity.
Hugo, what do you think?
Oh, for £10 a head? I want to see his tongue lolling out of his purple face.
That would look awesome in 3D.
Oh, excellent idea. Can you check that out? Hugo, I think you're right. The audience must come first. No hood.
And what about the hangman, who can't get out of his wheelchair?
He can stand long enough to put the rope around Tony's neck, sit back down and pull the lever.
And he's got to be there beforehand to check everything's working.
Doesn't the executioner wear a hood?
Isn't it traditional? I think he'll want to be a celebrity.
Yeah, but if he wears the hood, it will add to the mystery, the romance.
He's not the Stig.
Claire's right. With the hood we can forward brand. When Arthur dies, no one will have to know, because we'll simply pass it on. Think about it.
Okay. Well, if there's no other business, ladies.
We haven't talked about your percentage yet.
I was thinking 60-40. In my favour.
I could still revoke your licence, you know.
I can still call the papers, you know.
Don't threaten me.
Then don't you threaten me.
It'll be worth it. Just to get rid of you.
take your call. Please leave your name and number and I will get back to you.
As you weren't present, we refunded the full amount to the lady's credit card. Well, she said it would be fine with you.
What have I done wrong?
Darling, it's nothing like that.
Then tell me, please.
It's time to move on.
No. I'm sorry I rushed you. Is that the reason?
Hoogie, I'm sorry. I like you. I really do. But you're not on the list anymore.
What do you mean?
You know I work for Galaxy. You were an important client.
No, I'm not so important. Is that it? Do you always have sex with people you pay to be nice to? I thought we meant something to each other.
Angus? You need someone strong in your corner.
Someone like you?
I'm the best we've got. Look, don't try and play modern politics, Marcus. You're not built for it.
So what are you saying? Keep your friends close and your enemies even closer?
Exactly.
Yeah, we'll talk.
This should be a memorable night.
Well, the gallows were supposed to be made out of wood.
Bad PR. This way we can show our green credentials. And we're in 3D. Once Tony's legs start twitching, we'll make television history.
Oh, that makes me feel a lot better.
Arthur's not well enough to check the rope.
What do you mean?
It's okay. He's shown us exactly what to do, and we'll still do the actual hanging.
His head comes off on live TV. Hello?
It's Leo.
They're holding hanging parties. It's like bloody Eurovision.
Audience participation. I just wanted to wish you luck.
It's all got to end in tears.
Forget the happy hooker. Take the money and find yourself a beach.
Whoa, what do you mean? How do you know about her?
It's all a game, Hugo. You don't think she wandered into the bar by chance, do you? I thought you understood.
Your wife called.
Oh.
She was rather abusive.
Do you have anything to drink?
You all right?
What's that?
Tomorrow's paper. I wasn't sure I should let you see it.
Oh, shit. Oh.
Mr. Last, I believe the prisoners have been complaining about the loss of the recreation area.
That's why they'll always moan about something. They could keep the gallows and hang one or two of them just to keep the peace.
Right, okay. Is it true subscriber numbers are falling short of expectations?
Well, I wouldn't know. You'd have to ask Galaxy about that. I'm just a civil servant.
Surely you're a bit more than that. Could you explain how a civil servant could afford to spend £90,000 on a diamond necklace?
I beg your pardon.
Could you tell us a bit more about Tatiana? There's definitely smoke. But is there any fire?
We're going in 5, Kate, 4, 3, 2...
And we're in commercial.
Okay, let's get Arthur ready.
Arthur forgot to tell us that he needed a new prescription.
But as long as it lasts till the end credits, I don't give a damn. How the bloody hell do I get up there? Wait, I thought we were getting a stair lift.
Couldn't afford it. It's all right.
It's all right, sir. I'll help you up. We're still on commercial.
Cool.
Hey, be careful.
All right, let's get that old bugger to pull the lever so we can all go home. The old bastard's gone to sleep.
Oh!
Shit! He hasn't got a pulse! Shit, get help! Get a medic!
And we're coming out of commercial in 10, 9...
Wait!
7, 6...
I said wait, not 8.
Too late.
What are we going to do? They're going to be refunded millions!
Do something!
Do something! Hugo. Hugo? What are you doing? No!
At least if you were going to get it wrong, you could have made the rope tighter. At least if his head came off, there was something to watch. Oh, right, get him back up here.
Hugo!
Let's do it again.
Hugo, we can't! Hugo!
Get him back. Get him.
In a bizarre twist of fate, the 500-year-old law that condemned Tony Walters to death now allows him to walk free. Kate Ponding is at Strange Marsh Prison. Kate?
The 1573 declaration was never repealed, and so for his crime, Tony Walters had to be executed. But under statutes from the same era, anyone surviving an execution is granted liberty. Thus, Tony Walters is free to profit from his celebrity.
And what of Hugo Last, the so-called Governor of Death?
Mr. Last was of course not licensed to carry out the execution, so by an even stranger twist of fate, he's been charged with attempted murder. Presently, he's on remand at the very prison he used to be governor of. The new Home Secretary has given assurances that as Mr. Last committed his crime in front of a worldwide audience, he'll be fast-tracked to trial. As some might say, you couldn't make it up.
Guilty. The judge has told Hugo Last to expect a custodial sentence. Kate Ponding is at High Court. Kate, did Mr. Last make any comment when he arrived?
No, he was resolutely silent, fueling rumours he had sold his story to a tabloid newspaper.
It would be easy to say that this all began with the assassination, but in fact it was the discovery by Marcus Peabody that led us to court today.
Mr. Peabody's advocacy of the now famous 1573 declaration led directly not only to the return of capital punishment, but also the remarkable event that came to be known as X-Day. Anything?
Nothing yet. He's really covered his tracks.
There has to be a trace somewhere. Maybe as links to the military. Have you tried the armed forces?
That'll take some getting into.
You can do it.
For a price. I'm risking prison time.
Oh, just find him.
You again. How was the funeral?
Sorry, mate, not a word since we transferred the money.
What was the final total?
Well, we had 6 million subscribers, so I think Penal Solution share was 39 million. I gotta go, mate. I'm in a meeting. Oh.
Would you mind having a look at my account? It's just that, well, I haven't been able to get online since I was arrested.
Use this.
No. Thanks.
who said he represented Tony Walters. Tony didn't know him.
Who was he then?
Some clever con man.
Apparently, Galaxy could sue me over the number of complaints.
A few viewers demanded refunds because Tony Walters lived. That's just media heat. Galaxy should have been smarter. The contract stipulated the hanging take place. Didn't mention anyone being pronounced dead. Nothing illegal took place, no one died, and everyone made money. Well, almost everyone. Anyway, looks like hanging is back to stay.
Yeah, well, I could get live for this.
There's a Facebook petition to get the new Home Secretary to pardon you, and you're still trending on Twitter.
So what do I have to do? Keep twinking?
Can't hurt, and it's tweeting, by the way. I never thanked you for that night.
I can't believe I was so naive.
That can happen when you follow your sword into battle. At least I'd let you keep your fish. I wish you'd tell me the whole story. I can probably get you 7 figures for an exclusive.
I don't think I can go on anymore.
That's the thing with celebrity. You either grab hold and stay on for the ride or fall under the wheels. When you get out, milk it for all it's worth. The public love to give celebrities a second chance. And lots of people already think you're a hero. If you can fake sincerity, you'll make a fortune.
I'll call you.
Good. Look forward to it.
Yeah, the military came up blank.
Well, what about prisons? Maybe he has a record.
Now you're really asking.
Just find him for me.
And how do I know you won't run away?
I'm due for release. June 21st. I walk out of here, go straight to the airport and never look back.
You behave now.
Stop him! Stop him! He's the one, it's him!
Excuse me, can I offer you a lift?
Oh, yes.
Have we met before? You look familiar.
So do you. I think I've seen you on the telly.
How long have you been?
11 years.
What were you in for, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't mind. I paid my debt to society. I murdered my wife. She was playing around with the lodger. I cut her up and fed her to her dog. Timmy. Took a long time to get rid of her. It was only a small dog. It was bigger by the end. They found her DNA in Timmy's stomach. I should have fed him to the Alsatian next door.
What about the lodger?
He disappeared. Without a trace.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just realised I've got a meeting to go to. I can't take you any further.
It's all right. I'm getting a lift.
Nice meeting you. Kate Ponding,
We've got him.
I'm on my way.
Hello.
Hello.
Suckers.
You've got the wrong man! Stop him, for God's sake! Don't help him! Stop him! Please! Stop him! He's the one, it's him!
The DNA results show that Tony is not the father.
What the f***? You told me Brittany was mine, you stupid
Oh, my water's broke.
Close your eyes and see